What's going on, guys? We are starting the Google Ads course here. And as you know, with RisePage, we continually update these courses in real time. So wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, I'm going to be recording for these courses. So you may hear some noise in the background, but that's okay. We're going to dive right into it here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to get into Google Ads introduction. Go ahead and pull open Google Ads over here, and we'll go through it. All right, so we start with Google Ads. If you haven't created an account yet and you've got a good Gmail account of any kind, you can go ahead and click the Start Now button. It'll have you sign into your Gmail and create the account and follow the steps. We're not going to go through that today. It's very simple. Follow their steps all the way through until you get to the end, which is the actual ad account itself, which we're going to open up here for you. Google Ads account is a little bit more streamlined than the Facebook ad marketing account. Both function very differently. Facebook ads, again, like we've said before, Facebook ad marketing is kind of like that last minute, gut reaction type marketing where somebody just all of a sudden decides that they need that product because it showed up on their newsfeed. That's the basic foundation of Facebook advertising. Now you've got retargeting, obviously, but that's not what we're talking about when it comes to the nuts and bolts. Yeah, I paused my campaign. Get out of here. But Google's different because people are actually online searching for the product that you offer, depending on the search results that you want to target, okay, keywords. So as you can see here through the platform, on the left-hand side is where you can manage all of your campaigns. I only have one campaign going right now, insurance lead traffic, and that is sending lead traffic to quoteinformer.com. where they complete the form and submit their information for a long form. Now, the information that is aggregated from this, I can pull open here the downloads. Go back a tab. This one right here. So the information comes through with all the info included for quote, auto, home, life/health, okay? So that's all the information that's aggregated from the form, and all of these leads came from Google Ads, and I'll show you that the results of that campaign here shortly. Now, with those 32 long form leads that were generated, I also got 8 inbound phone calls and 6 scheduled appointments off of that effort. So if we look at the total history here, if we can just go back, let's just say the last 30 days for the last month, okay? In the last month, I've spent $430, all right? As you can see from this right here, the trend lines, I kept a pretty consistent impression over the time, which was great, depending on how many keyword search terms we had set up. And obviously you can see here, click-through rates are not that high for some of these, but others are. It just really depends on the cost per click, depending on what you want to keep running and what you don't, right? When you set up full conversions, you can track which keywords are converting into new leads, which we'll talk about later in the more advanced section of this course. But for the time being, we're going to, over the next couple lessons, just review keyword search terms, targeting by keywords, ads targeted by keywords, click-to-call ads targeted by keywords, search ads targeted by keywords, even some display. And we're going to break it down for you on a basic cost per click basis, and then we're also going to look at it on the cost per campaign. So if we look at just over the last 30 days from October 11th to September 20th, okay? Let's go back. I'm trying to pull it up here. It's just not registering. Let's go back and check the dates in which these leads were generated. So we can see that October 8th was the last one that was generated, but it goes all the way back to where I started the campaign, September 18th, really, September 12th. So out of the 30 leads that we've got, not 32, 30 leads that we've gotten, it looks like 24 or 22 of those, 22 of those leads from here up were generated from the campaign itself, right? So let's go back to Google. And our total spend was $430 over 22 leads. So if we come here, calculator, $430 divided by 22, you're looking at about $20 per long form fill, which is averaged just on the forms that are completed, okay? From what I showed you on that Excel spreadsheet. Because we, again, came back in here and we found where this campaign started, which was September 20th, okay? So average cost per lead is around $20. We're seeing that our winning keywords are coming through as highly targeted car insurance, auto insurance, insurance quotes online. We want auto, home, and life insurance leads completed by the people self, them going to the website and completing it manually, okay? The longer they spend on that quote form, the higher the conversion. So I use Typeform in my white label, which you can get an account of Typeform if you'd like. But I find it has the highest intent conversion on a lead that I've seen. We're at about a 10% conversion, which is decent for this type of lead form with this much information. A 10% conversion is actually really good because, as I'll show you here in the results, $3,861 people viewed this, but only a certain portion of them came through, right? And at the end, you can see all the way here at the bottom, out of all the questions that were completed, only 47 people got to the final question, okay? Out of the 47 people that got there, we only had, 20, or the lifeline of it is 30 people complete it. So people got all the way to the final question, completed all their information, and didn't click submit. That was 17 people who did that. Right? So we're dealing with a level of intent that's not seen in the Facebook realm. Average time to complete the form is 6 minutes and 30 seconds, right? So they're spending 6.5 minutes completing that form, entering their information to get a quote. Talk about remembering what they're doing. Completion rate is at 7.5%. It was at 10% before, but the more volume you do, the more fluctuation you're going to get. And as you test the keywords, you're going to get different replies as well. But if we look here and we see the starts versus responses, that's how we get that completion rate, okay? So as we go through and learn about Google advertising and why it works the way it does, as you can see with here, the keywords themselves are dealing with what is offered here, free insurance quotes, right? So we all know that if we are highly relevant to the keywords that are being searched, we will get conversions, okay? So that's how we're going to start. Over the next couple of topics, we're going to review the keywords, the results, the different types of ads that are available, and the devices, etc. All of these filters here, or not filters, but display options that you have available for you to basically decide what's working and what's not. And you can see right here, the majority of the impressions came to males 25 to 34. So we may just turn off the rest of the targeting for male and female and just target on males 25 to 34. That type of thing is what we're going to go through in the coming topics, and we'll see you there, guys.